we just got into HSReplay. We are part of the beta testing of the Battlegrounds special testing thing. Basically, it's giving us all information about the best stats for Battlegrounds. So this is dedicated just for Battlegrounds list. So you see here it's got the tier list on the left here. So it's tier 1 Deathwing. Wow, okay, he's very annoying to play against, but yeah, didn't realize he was that strong. You've got your tier 2s, you've got Nasdorma. Let's see if it's got the ones I'm very good at. So it's got Yoxer on there, it's got Van Cleef, it's got Rafam. Good. It's got AFK, and does it have George the Fallen? No, George the Fallen is actually a tier 3, not tier 2. So as you can see, there's only one tier 1 champion. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tier 2s. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tier 3s. That's 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So there's 33 champions altogether. That's interesting. It used to be there was 24 champions altogether, and you got to basically every single champion was offered to at least each person gets offered 3. Then you get, there's 8 players, that's 24 champions that are being offered, but obviously it doesn't work like that now. So sometimes you're guaranteed not to get certain champions in each game, which is not that important. Anyway, so the really interesting thing is just you can alter this by MMR, that means the real ranking. So if you have a look here, so the average placement still is Deathwing is the strongest. Nasdorma is very powerful. The better players are better about Dancing Daryl. Let's have a look at the top 20%. So interesting. So if you're really good, the Rafam is actually is tier 1. So 3.63 means on average you're going to get 3rd place / 4th. So here it's borderline 4th, 5th. And tier 3 down here. Right. Yeah, and I don't think the tier list changes that much. George of Fallen's gone into tier 3 here. Yeah. I think more or less the tiers are more or less the same. It's just Nasdorma, people who know to play Nasdorma or Daryl or Rafam are better at higher rankings. Anyways, let's go back to all players. Right, so what else you've got here is it tells you the best composition. So with Deathwing, apparently beasts are the best, I guess, because you've got the rat and you've got lots of what they call death rattle minions, where you summon tokens, and after they've all died, you've got a very big hyena maybe. You've also got that big one where you know if you overkill then you produce another token. So there's a lot of tokens, and Deathwing does very well with tokens. As you can see, the meta at the moment is basically mechs. See that, right? You can see basically there's nothing special about these champions, why they only do better with mechs than others. It's because every class does better with mechs at the moment. Obviously Jiraxis better with demons. Alexstrasza obviously a special dragon based deck, or based hero power rather, does better with dragons obviously. And the curator does better with beasts. That's really interesting. I'm not quite sure why. Why does he be better with beasts? That's a bit confusing. That's confusing. I'm not sure why. Alright, everything else is better with mechs until you get to Pyramid. It's interesting. It does better with demons. I guess because demons make use of very big static minions, and if they've got even more health, then they're even better maybe. Menagerie, obviously, Whack Toggle's obviously Menagerie because that's the hero power is based on Menagerie. based on different classes. Reno Jackson, Demons is his best one. I had a game recently with Reno Jackson where I leveled up on turn 2 my Soul Reaver and it just went out of control. Basically every time I played a demon I got 4/4 already from turn 3 onwards. And then you've got your Sarah's better with beasts for some reason, and also Galacron's better with beasts. Not sure why. Alright. Very strange. Anyway, so you see the tiered list here. So we can have a look through that. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at it. And here's the average placement. We already spoke about that. The next column tells you the pick rate. So we can see that people are generally picking Deathwing when they get the chance. So this is the percent of time the hero is picked when presented as an option at the start of a game. So that means if you're given 3 options, how likely are you to pick Deathwing? So on average it should be 33% of the time. So because if you're picking each one randomly, everything should be, you've got 1 in 3 chance of randomly picking a certain one. And you can see everyone loves Deathwing, Rafam, Nosdormu, Yoxeron, Reno Jackson. Even though it's got a low win rate, people seem to be picking it. I guess because it's fun. The idea is very simple. Get a golden. You don't have to worry about getting 3 of the same minion to get golden. I guess maybe that's why they do it. It's a very low win rate, 4.79. Yeah, Creator, AFK, Van Cleef. Yeah, and all these are picked just above average. Right, now, from Nefarian downwards, they're usually not picked if there's another option. So who's the hidden OP here? I guess Jaraxxus is. Jaraxxus is not picked that much, but yet it's got a relatively high win rate with 4.3 at least as well. So if we have a look at the actual tier, Jaraxxus is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th best champion is Jaraxxus. Maybe I should play some more of him. He's not picked. People don't know how to play against him. So let's have a look at the placement distribution. So if you're looking for champions which you want to have the best chance of winning, you look at this column. First place 17%. So Nosdormu's got a very high first place win rate. Right, but Rafam's got the highest, 18.34. Oh, sorry. Alexstrasza's got the highest win rate. So if you want to get a first place, pick Alexstrasza, because I guess he doesn't do so well in the early levels, but if you get to rank 5, you've got a big boost of win rate because you get 2 free dragons, and that can easily get you triples and just cement your dragon. Of course, he's focusing on dragons, Alexstrasza. Anyone else? The curves of the same. This is an interesting one. So there's a bit of a higher chance to get a first place with Lichel Beziel, because I guess they're so vulnerable because of all the life they're losing. But if they make it work, they're so far ahead of everyone, they're likely to get that first place. Shadowwalk, I guess, because you get some crazy things like Pogo Hopper. Everything else is more or less, even curves. So let's have a look at what happens when you click on one of the actual champions. So let's take Alexstrasza as an example. Right, so the 9th best champion in the game in the current meta, picked 47% of the time. Okay, and we said it's got this strange thing of having the highest win rate. So let's see what it tells us here. Okay, right, so average place of 4.34, 47.6% win pick rate, and only 9, 8, and 10% of the time it gets to these. So it's 10, 19, 28, 48, 48, and 48 plus 3, that's about 51. It's a bit more than, it's basically you're more likely to get 4th than 5th, basically. Different heroes shine at different stages of the game, so let's have a look at this. So combat win rate turn 1, for some reason it's higher. That's astounding to me. It must be there's certain champions which do worse. It must be because of AFK. Probably all champions do better at turn 1 than AFK, basically. Maybe there's certain champions which don't do so well. That's a bit strange. It could just be random. Turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, because they don't have any early game spikes. So I guess that's also good. When they get to turn 8, however, get stronger. So maybe that's just because dragons are stronger at this point. Or maybe this is when people get to rank 5, possibly. Don't think so. Well, usually that's ranked. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. It actually tells us when to tavern up. Okay, so tavern 2, turn 2, tavern 3 is usually pick turn 5, which is normal. Yep. And then you've got 2 turns later, tavern 4, and turn 5 they tavern up really quickly in turn 5. So right, so you see there's a big spike here. There's a very early turn 5 and even turn 6, turn 13. Right, so if you have a look at, based on this, your normal time to tavern up is turn 8. That's where you're going to get your spikes. See, now the win rate starts going up drastically. We're talking about 71% combat win rate now, and that's enough to win usually. So let's have a look at the compositions. So these are the different compositions which can be made. This is a typical final board. This is an approximation of what the board at the end of the game with a composition usually looks like when played with this hero. There you go. So interesting. So you've got Wax Ragnar Togwaggle. You've got a big dragon there, big dragon there. Right, and you've got Caligos, the arcane aspect. So that means they're constantly cycling through stuff, giving lots of battle cries to buff up everything. And you've got Razor Gore the Untamed. That's the one which just keeps buffing by itself each turn as long as you've got dragons. Give your dragons Divine Shield. So it's a 6, a 5, 2, a 6. So there's some lot of late game dragons here. And as you say, like if you do have dragons, then you've got 28% chance of getting first place, which is very high, considering that randomly, if everything's equal, there's 8 players, you're going to have 12.5% chance of getting first place. And here you see it goes drastically down if you've got beasts, obviously menagerie, and got a terrible win rate if it's demons. I guess they've got nothing doing anything. But look at this, it's interesting. With Murlocs, there's a spike. I guess people late game, maybe Murlocs are the best late game class because you get stuff like this. You've got Divine Shield of Poisonous. Let's have a look at Hero Affinity. The difference in average final placement between 1st and 8th. Between players who play the composition with this hero, players who play different composition with this hero. Right, so basically, if you play dragons, you've got a higher percentage chance of finishing well. If you play Murlocs, you've got much a lower percentage compared to other players who play with this win rate. So basically, if you choose, for example, this is plus 0.46, this is minus 78. The difference between this is 170, 40, 110, 124. So the difference in placing is 1.24. So if on average you get 3rd place, with dragons you get 4.24 or whatever, or the equivalent of that with Murlocs. So that's how different the hero affinity is. Okay, the percentage of first place players who use their hero power each turn. Huh. Okay, so this doesn't have a playable hero power. So anyway, so you see the distribution here. This can help you out. This tells you the best time to tier up. Right, and this is important here because this is talking about people who end up first place. They're the ones who hero up here, hero up there, hero up here, hero up there with this champion. Okay. Right, now we'll go to minions. So this tells us the minions you want to get for each tier. So basically the play impact. Okay, the difference in final placement between first and eighth who played a copy of the minion and players who did not. For example, if players who play a copy place fourth, and those who don't play a copy of, like Murloc Tidehunter, let's say, get fifth, it would mean that it improves his final placement by 1, therefore it's an impact of 1. So I can't imagine it makes that much of a difference, but it definitely makes a significant difference because you get the extra token, you get an extra minion turn 3. Because as you know, the normal way to play is you play hopefully a token minion like one of these two turn 1, turn 2 you level up, and turn 3 you can sell the token and buy 2 minions instead of 1. That puts you in a good situation. So let's have a look. Okay, impact. So Tidehunter Alley-Cat. So Wrath Reaver gives you a combat win rate of 11.9, but it's really good for the rest of the game if you manage to get one of these early. So you're sacrificing a bit of initial health. The combat win rate of Dragon Spawn Lieutenant's quite good, but yet the game win rate is not so good. Right, and Vulgar Homunculus is obviously everyone knows is the strongest minion to start off with. So these are the next strongest. Okay, so you really want to take the Murloc Tidehunter. Right, so percentage of time at least one copy of this minion is on the board during combat. Okay. And this is all at rank 1, I guess. So rank 2. So right, you want to have token impact. So at turn 3, Rat Pack sadly becomes the strongest minion to have. At rank 3, Spawn of Enzoff, Kaboom Bot. Imprison is quite high. Okay. That's what's good to have during the game. The actual combat win rate will be the best because it's usually played with a demon, which means you're buffing something up 2/2. So this is effectively 4/6 in stats. Rat Pack. Zoobot is very undervalued card there. Right, but the thing you should be looking at is play impacts. If you manage to get one of these early, you're going to have a good game. Okay, let's just quickly have a look, see how it is. Wow, Security Rover is a good card. Cave Hydra, of course, we know it's going to have a massive win rate if you get it that early. Cobalt Guardian because you build mechs around it. Scalebane because that just keep buffing up your board automatically each turn. Rat Pack. Bronze Warden, interesting. It's a strong dragon there. Enzoff, Herald of Flame. Hangry Dragon because you get it early enough, it buffs up throughout the game, hopefully. See, Meccano Egg, wow, okay. Right, Lightfang Enforcer, best thing to get turn 6. So look, Mama Bear turn 7, wow. These are triples we're talking about here. So just have a look at these quickly. Mama Bear seems to be the best card in the game. Ah, right, so Gentle Megasaur turn 11, that's probably once you've got quite a few Murlocs and then you're just buffing them up in a massive way. Interesting, I don't see Brand here. I would have thought Brand would be quite high. Just goes to show maybe Brand's overrated. Wow, damn him. So slightly worse with the Brand. Wow. Okay. 10, 12. So, right, so this is what I was saying earlier. It seems that Murlocs are the class to finish off games. If you can last to the end, you get a good Murloc board that beats everything. Because you get poisons, you get Divine Shield, and nothing can really stand in the way of that. There you go, it's going to be just be Murlocs till the end here. I don't know why there's an alley cat there. Why do you have an alley cat turn 15? That's weird, alright. And Cold Light Sea, yeah. It gives it extra health. Right, okay. So if you have a look at, you can do this by Menagerie. So look at the best Menagerie minions to have are. So for Menagerie, Mama Bear, interesting. Fur Reaper is the best mech. Best Murloc's that. Lightfang Force is not even the best Menagerie card. I find that quite strange. But there's a Lightfang. So you're looking to have a Lightfang, I'm guessing. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. This is a bit confusing. Alright. Let's do this by turn range. So if we go from let's say mid game. So so we're building up a Menagerie board like that. So basically we want to, if we get some of these crazy strong ones, obviously they're very good. But if we go by we'll go by popularity, because obviously those are freak, events. So here we go. So Cave Hydra is probably the best Menagerie thing to have. Lightfang Enforcer, of course. The best Menagerie dragon to have is Bronze Warden. Cobalt, I guess that's a mech with Divine Shield. Not sure. Rat Pack. Bran Bronzebeard. Yeah, there's so much data here. You can't really get through it. Let's just click onto compositions. Right. Click any composition to see more stats, when to taven up, perfect game examples, and more. Overperforming, winning, underperforming, losing. Okay. Right. Okay, so Murlocs tend to lose. That's the ideal board you want is Murlocs. Obviously you've got the Bran and the Megasaur there. Dragons, wow. Dragons are only tier 3. I thought they were so strong. Okay. Menagerie seems to be good. Right, so this is what we were talking about in the previous one. Right, so Holy Macro, if you give it poisonous, then the fact that it keeps getting Divine Shield. So if you've got other minions with Divine Shield, this is going to lose a Divine Shield. It's going to give this Divine Shield. It's going to lose it. This will give it back Divine Shield. Yeah. And with the Lightfang. If you want a Menagerie, this is the ideal Menagerie setup. Ideal Demon setup. Wow, 2 Soul Jugglers. Amalgamus, Void Lord, the Imp, another Void Lord. So, okay, it's really interesting. And the best are Beasts and Mechs. Wow. So actually Beasts are better on average. But they're just not so popular. I guess you've got so many more mechs which win, that pushes the win rate up. The reason why most classes do best with mechs. Because people are actually trying them with mechs, maybe. So we've got mechs. You want to taunt up your Mechano Egg. That seems to be the best one to do. Getting 2 candles of President. Okay, that's a bit ridiculous. That's a bit over the top. Okay. But this is what your beasts want to look like. So you want to have Rat Trap, Mama Bear, Cave Hydra, and the Wolf with the taunt to guarantee that you buff up all your beasts. Okay, so let's just take a beasts example here. So the average placement if you build beasts is 3.9. Right, the win rate, you want to be winning by turn 14. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's more or less constant. Popularity of beasts over the course of the game. People usually get rid of beasts turn 8. Remember, there's 5 compositions. Sorry, 6 compositions. So that means on average each one's going to be 16%. So here they start to lose their popularity after turn 5. But if you, it says here, if you stay with the beasts, you actually do quite well. Right, okay. Right, so this is right, popularity of minions across the game. So rat pack, you want to keep your rat pack. Tabby cat, you want to get rid of. The wolf hydra, you want to get and keep. Number keep. Scavenging hyena, you don't keep to late game. That's interesting. It's the best turn 8, turn 9. When you get a very late game, then you want to get some other things like Rivendare with Ghost Cooler. I wonder what the other high percentage ones are. Right, so obviously these are not beasts, so you're not going to get. Okay, that's interesting. So the Gold Ring Great Wolf is really good to have. Rat Pack as well. Cave Hydra, Mama Bear. Okay, perfect beast game examples. A perfect game of beast is a game where the player has not lost a single round of combat, consistently played beasts from turn 7 onwards. Right, so your composition should be made around turn 7. According to this, when a perfect game under these conditions at a higher MMR with Hazard Deck Tracker to get included on this list. This list may take several hours to update. So these are people, right, so I'm not sure how the tier list works, but these people, that's interesting, all turns. So it doesn't say which champion they're using here. So each tier, this is kind of what their deck looked like. So it looks like this is a Yogg-Saron. Yeah, this is this one selected here. So Yogg-Saron is looking to get here. You've got the rat trap already. You've got a second rat trap. You've got these Zoobots. Wow, keeping Zoobots in the actual army are quite powerful because they're 3/3s or 4/4s. You get your pack leader. Turn 4. You've got Kaboom bots, which are just good mid-game minions. Then we're looking to get a triple of these. You get your Hydras, your Mama Bears, you drop the pack leader, get the Ghost Cooler. Nice. So there's tons of stats on this. So if anyone's got any questions, just leave a comment and maybe I can look something up for you. Go into make a video specifically about whatever. Let's have a look. What's the ideal mech? Okay, so for mechs you want to do the regular turn 4. Right, okay, so turn 5 is a bit later and turn 6. So basically for mechs you don't want to level up to level 6, and even turn 5 you don't want to level up too quickly. Cobalt Guardian's the best, so is Mechano Egg. And what else? Kangol's Apprentice. Okay. Let's just do that. So basically you've got your main pages, you've got heroes, you've got minions, and you've got compositions. So you've got almost anything you want to know. It's quite a lot of information, so you've got to understand how to use this and to filter it out. But yeah, if people are serious about this, I'm not sure why you would be, but yeah, definitely try getting this if you can. We're going to be trying to do a game with this now, so we'll just load up and let's see. So if we get the Deathwing, as we can see it, Hearthstone's loaded up in the background. So we want to level up at level 1, 2, 5, 7, 8 is normal for someone who wants to get onto the big minions and level 6. What's a typical the typical composition is either mechs or beasts. You see the mechs because they just produce all the what's it called, the tokens. Same thing with beasts. Okay, so this just right. Obviously the Hydra is very powerful, and so is the Foe Reaper very powerful because the Cleave gets an extra 3 attack with Deathwing. And yeah, you've got minions which regain Divine Shield. You've got lots of numbers of minions being reproduced here. So as you can see, we said at the beginning of the video that we weren't quite sure why beasts are better for Deathwing. I guess we see because it's got a bit more death rattles. Oops. Something's wrong with that thing. Okay, so we might just leave it here. We might do it in the next video. Right, so when to tavern up. So turn 2, turn 5, that's totally normal. Turn 5 is the one where you've got 8 mana. Is that right? So 3 mana, 4, 5, 6, then 7. When you get 7 mana, usually tavern up for 4 mana and pick a minion. This is 8, 9. This is the 9-6 turn where you level up for 6, buy a minion for 3. This is 10. So you basically level up quite soon after. You start off with your alley cats and alley cats, tabby cats. Obviously, your rat packs you want to be getting quite early. Scavenging hyena early as well. As you can see, scavenging hyena goes up 52, 59% win rate. Right, so turn 9, when you start to get your turn 5 turn, you want to try getting Goldrin instead of Scavenging Hyena because that buffs up all your minions, all your beasts. See, Goldrin's going up, Cave Hydra's going up, Rat Pack stays the same approximately. So let's unselect. How do you unselect things here? Okay, so right, okay, so this shows us what's going on here. So the tabby cat goes down a value. You want to be selling the tabby cat. I guess it means alley cat, probably same thing. Alright, your mama bear you want to be getting seems as soon as possible, obviously. Scavenging hyena starts to drop off at turn 8, and what do we get at turn 8? We start getting Goldrin and Hydra. Okay, you want to be getting your rat pack early. Scavenging hyena, once you get Goldrin, drop the scavenging hyena, get the Hydra, and it should be sorted. So this is a typical game. I don't know how you got that. That's that's triple ghost cola. And others, so basically you want your death rattles. When you play them, How do they get so big? How do they get... I don't get this. I don't know how you got such a big ghost crawler. Huh. Right, not quite sure how they did that. Right. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video and get a bit of an idea of how Battlegrounds works and sort of the tiers. So what the quick takeout, the summary is, these are the heroes you want to be getting. This is the tier list for the heroes. Tier 1 is overperforming the OP, Deathwing's OP basically. Winning, you've got these 13 champions here. Underperforming is these, you want to stay away from anything tier 3 or below, ideally. Alright, actually I think we'll start a game here and we'll see if we can make use of the Battlegrounds thing as we're at it. Right, so let's just make this a bit smaller so you can see it in the corner there. Right, okay. So let's have a look. So our MMR is basically top 50%. Okay, it's quite discouraging. Right, so the average placement. So we're looking again, Deathwing, Nosdormu, Daryl. I don't like Daryl. Nosdormu, if you want to win. The farm's got a high first place win rate. So actually Deathwing doesn't. Deathwing is just you're guaranteed of a high place, but not necessarily first place. It kind of gets very good things, but you know, when it gets, you're very likely to get second or third with Deathwing. And of course Alex Strauss is the one we really want to get. Okay. Let's see how this works. Okay, so we've got a choice of, you can't really see this, let's move this out of the way. Right, so these are 3 terrible champions as far as I can see. Ragnaros, Lich King or Maleficent. Ragnaros seems to be the best. Lich King and Maleficent are tier 4, so we go with Ragnaros. I mean, I would never usually have picked that, but okay. So we're looking for mechs here. Okay. Get minions. I'm not sure if this is the best. Probably the Dragon's Bone actually, but yeah, the red dwarf I should have taken. Oh, I just took the worst one. The combat win is high, but not for the game. Trying to work out how to get this in the screen. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, let's level up here. Let's have a look. So Ragnaros will level up like normal. Turn 10 we want to level up. Okay. So it's more or less normal. We want to build mechs if we can.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Yeah, mechs or beasts. Hero power turn 3, turn 6. So this is turn 3. Which one do you want? Do we want the Kaboom Bot or the... Yeah, so we want to build mechs, so we'll take the Kaboom Bot and we will use our hero power.
I think you can win this thing.
So ragnaros is basically got spike turn 3, but nothing special.
You're good at this.
Well, let's look at the beast option here.
I'll save these ones for later. I think you can win this thing. Tough battle. Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
Play this. So this is turn 5. Usually levels up here and rarely hero powers. So turn 7 we're going to level up hopefully. And turn 10. Okay. It looks like we're building a beast synergistic deck. Which is not as popular, but it's basically the same win rate as mech, so in safe territory here. So I think that's all we need from this at the moment. So we're going to close this down now. I'll just get on with the game. So we've got an idea what to do. Even though we should be able to understand most of this stuff anyway, but
I think you can win this thing.
okay. That's not good. We were counting on that one. Ouch. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose this. Let's see if we can knock that one out on the left. Hopefully. Oh no, even better. Knock 2 out. Okay. Right, let's see. Because remember, we've got a very bad champion. Let's see if by following the advice here we can do well. Remember, this was a very good champion. I remember when we looked through the tier list. While we look at a menagerie deck here. We'll do this. We'll do that. Looks like the best combination. Okay. We'll put these first. Make sure we buff up this as soon as possible. We'll put this here afterwards, once it's a big boy. Okay. Oh, come on. So lucky. Oh, that's good. They didn't get the buff from the spawn events off. This is not too good. It's gonna. Oh, he's only getting two rats anyway. Okay, we should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah, it dies as a 2/2 anyway. Yeah, good. There's a turn where we level up. Still not sure whether we're going mechs or beasts. This looks like a rat trap here. We want to try pushing this as far to the end as we can. We want to be selling our protector off and getting a different taunt soon. Looks like we are going to go into beasts after all, now that we've got rat trap. What we're looking at rank 4, Cave Hydra we're looking for, and Vermin Sensei. And obviously another rat trap, or Scavenging Hyena, Kind Grandmother. Obviously some serious lag going on here. Prepare for a very quick round. Yeah, I think I'm lagging too much. I think I might have to exit the thing.
You're doing great out there.
I'm not going to get much time after this because of the lag there. But that's good. So is that quickly. Oof. Oh, close. That was close. No! Ah. It's frustrating. Okay. Could have been worse, theoretically.
The battle is really raging out there.
Okay. Okay. So we know what we're looking for now. Cycle, find something good. I guess we want this. We get rid of this now.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Nothing wrong with that. This is going to buff up quite a lot of my board actually. Okay. Let's put a second bomb down, I think. Use the hero power. Hero power is kind of going to make it much more likely we're going to win each round. That's why we're playing with hero power here. Okay, we just exited completely the Hearthstone deck tracker thing. Still going to okay. One of these on the right getting killed. That's really nice. So that's 2 dragons now, which means less buffing thingies. Very nice. Okay, so he's just left with the 2 minions here. Yeah, should be fine here. Nice. Okay. Okay.
Good at this.
We have a triple, and we've got one of these as well. So I think we get rid of our dragon now. Play this first.
Come out and play.
We want to level up next turn probably.
I can't wait to see this shake out. It's not the strongest, but it'll fight.
Let's see if we get. Ooh, so tempting. Take the light fan. I'll take you the light fan. Right. So this is going to give us a lot of rats. Doesn't play the light fan yet.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Right, that's definitely the wrong order. We should put that first. Probably the 2-2 before the 5-2, but we do have the taunt, so it's not going to make that much difference. Okay. Let's see what we can do with our hero power here. Okay, there's that one gone. That one gone. Okay, nice. Just don't hit that. Unfortunately, nothing much we can do about that. We should win this quite easily, I think, unless he snipes off the hyena a bit too early. Which he just did, of course. At least we got rid of that. Okay, they're just left with the cobalt, which is not the end of the world, 6 damage. So we've got to start winning really quickly here.
The battle is really raging out there.
Can you take this? Okay, can we get rid of this? See what we get from I think we get rid of the bombers. No, this is just so bad. This. Let's see, building dragons. Okay. I guess we want this, that, then that. I guess we play this once there's some room. Did do the hero power.
You're doing great out there.
Let's click the hero power first. That could be very costly. Let's hope not. Oh, this was been so strong. Okay. So that's one which is well, that's not too bad. It's going to be very close, this. That's really good. We've got the 5 there. Kill off a big minion as well. Not looking good at all there. It's probably lost here. Yeah, we've lost. Yeah, that hero power was too important to miss out. Never mind. Anyway, okay, so well, we got 6th place. Could have been worse. Anyway, and that was with a tier 3 hero as well. So okay, I'm not sure how much we gained from it, but at least we got a nice tier list going. Anyway, thanks. Tell me, ask me in the comment section if you anything you want to check up. You want to see, I don't know, you want to see a certain champion in a bit more detail. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. A bit different today. And we'll see you in the next video. Please leave comments, subscribe. Even if you don't like this channel, subscribe anyway. Okay. Thanks very much. I will see you next time. Bye for now.